I love cars driving past. I love cars driving past. Piss off. I love cars driving past. Hello! Hello! I look like such a weirdo. Why am I smiling at people? What am I doing? You've seen the title of today's video, you know what's happening. In front of me is actually my brand new car. I've had it for about 2 weeks now and it's been an absolute blast. I'm really enjoying it. So I thought today would finally be the day I get to show you guys what I've got. It is a little bit dirty, so please excuse that, but it's the British weather for you at the minute. So before we get into the cinematics, I just want to quickly tell you guys about 2 Racing, because if you have a Mazda 2, then you might be interested. If you are someone that's on a budget and you're looking to get into driving on track, whether that's competitive racing or you just want to build an awesome track car, check out the link in the description to 2 Racing's website where you can pick up a load of Mazda performance parts, as well as more information on how to get involved with racing. If you do pick up anything on the website, then be sure to use the code JoeyRacing10 to receive 10% off your order. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. Now, no more talking, let's have a look at my new car. But Joey, you've just brought a white version of the car you already had. Piss off, no I haven't. And I'm going to explain why I haven't right now. Sorry, that was very offensive. I didn't mean to be like that. But still, piss off. This badge right here is what I paid nearly £6,000 for. This badge right here. I'm going to run over the differences. Let's start off with the first obvious one. It has a different front bumper. This is like the facelift model. So the previous one, the bumper was just kind of flat, and to be fair, I still feel like I kind of prefer that bumper, but they changed them when they brought out, I think it was from 2011 and up, they changed the front bumper. Still looks nice. I've been looking for a sport for a while because my last car was the Tamura, so it had the 1.3 engine, and as nice as it was, I've always wanted a sport, but I've just never actually found one that was worth changing because my previous Mazda was in such good condition. And then this came up for sale at the Mazda garage, and yeah, it was in my price budget. It was in really good condition. It's done 50,000 miles. And I thought it just made sense. And I also think white is the best colour for this shape. I believe the previous person who owned it had the protection pack, because we've got these like door dings along the side. We've also got these on the sills, little Mazda 2s, one there, and there's also one there. And we've also, yes, there are marshmallows in here. You can't really see, but there's actually a boot liner in here. So that was a good sign. It kind of shown that whoever had this car previously did want it to be looked after. The wheels are pretty much the same as what I had on the other ones, like the stock wheels anyway. The tyres on these, they're actually Yokohama Advan Flavour V701s, long name, but honestly, in the dry or wet, them tyres they're incredible. They are. I was so shocked at how grippy this car was, even like in the wet. It's insane. If you've got a Mazda 2, I highly recommend them tyres. So in terms of the outside, I mean, everything else is kind of the same as the last car. I mean, we've got the side skirts, the spoiler, obviously the rear bumper's the same. Still got the pea shooter. The other difference is we've actually got tinted windows as well. I think that's a really nice feature, especially with the white. I think it looks very nice. So we're going to have a look inside, and I'm going to show you one of the selling points for me for this car. So as you can see, we've got some lovely seats. Now when I first saw these on another Mazda 2, I was like, these seats look so nice. And when I went to look at this car, because the car was literally only just listed, and so there weren't even any pictures of it yet, but me and my dad saw it and we just thought, yeah, this sounds like a good deal. So when on the way up, I was really hoping that this car would have these seats, and turns out they did. So they've got obviously like a different texture in the middle and then the red stitching. So then I also bought some seatbelt pads just because they kind of match with the seats. Another difference is the dials. So the last ones were had like a white surround, and obviously these ones are black. So I think that looks really nice. We've got like a piano black dash here. Didn't have that in the last one. Got these different knobs. These are also different, but everything else is kind of the same. The only other difference is as well, we've got cruise control on this one, which is very nice. And this car also actually tells me how many miles per gallon I'm doing and how many miles I got left. The last car didn't do that, so it was a bit annoying. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. There's not a huge difference compared to the, well, there is a difference to the last one, but it is all very similar. Oh yeah, we've also got electric windows on the back. The last car didn't have that. You had to roll it up and down like you was in the 1940s. So I think that's it. You guys have seen the car now. It is a very nice upgrade from the last one. That's another thing I didn't actually mention. I don't know why I haven't mentioned it. So in terms of performance, this car actually has the 1.5 VVT engine. So it produces just over 100 horsepower. The last car produced about 86, 83, something like that. So not a huge difference, but it is noticeable. Being a 1.5, it has got a bit of extra torque as well. So when you're on the motorway or you're going up a hill, you do notice the car pulling a lot better. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So without any more talking, I'm going to go to the petrol station because I've got no fuel, and then we'll take on a little drive. So let's go. So that was actually quite a good test for anyone that's planning on getting a Mazda 2 Sport. So the fuel tank was pretty much empty. I had 25 miles left. I've just filled up with a full tank of V-Power Shell. It's currently at 169 a litre. So it was pretty much a full tank. It's about a 31 litre tank, and it come to £53. These cars have actually got quite a small fuel tank, and that's another reason why I got one of these cars, just because as long as you're gentle with them, they are actually quite economical. It's just when you put your foot down, well, it's like any petrol, they drink fuel. We're going to take on a little drive now. First test we're actually going to do, so we're coming up to a motorway now. We're going to put it into second. We're going to go uphill on a slip road. Here we go. So I think it picks up a lot better. You really can feel it. Oh, DS3, what are you doing? You do notice the difference. It's a lot nicer having that little bit of extra power and torque. The cruise control is really nice as well. Obviously I do a lot of motorway driving, so it's actually nice now to just slap it in cruise control and just chill. That's another thing I forgot to mention as well. I've actually got a traction control button now, so just down here there's a button that you can turn traction control either on or off. So that's quite a nice thing to have. I think the comfort has improved on this car as well. For a start, the seats are loads comfier, and I think from 2011 models onwards, I think they changed the suspension and made it softer. Oh, move out the way, Skoda. Ah, Skoda. God's sake, Skoda. But yeah, the comfort's definitely got better as well. I think they have updated the suspension from the 2011 models onwards, which again is a nice thing to have for someone that does a lot of motorway driving. Right, I'm going to go back round the roundabout and hope this Skoda doesn't get in the way again. I do like that they do make a nice little noise as well. You know, they are quiet when you're just cruising, they're very quiet, but then when you put your foot down, they do make a nice little noise. Right. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's a little bit greasy today. Jesus Christ. Woo. Yeah, these tyres, they are good tyres, but it does seem to be extra greasy today. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the new car. You know, do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think it's a nice upgrade from the Mazda 2? Do you think I should have got a different car from a Mazda 2? You know, let me know in the comments what you guys think. So I do get there are going to be people that are going to wonder why I got another Mazda 2 and why I didn't get something else. And quite frankly, I love these cars. You know, they're very, very reliable. In this sort of class, I don't actually know if you can get anything more reliable. They're very well built. They are cheap to run for a petrol. And they're just a fun car because they've got their really good handling. They are just a really fun car to drive. And also because I'm obviously with 2 Racing, I'm involved with Mazda 2s anyway, you know, so I don't know, I just felt like it made sense to me to get another Mazda 2. And also, since when I first got my Tamura, I always wanted a sport. Like every time I seen a Mazda 2 Sport, I was like, oh, I really wish I could get one. And yeah, it was just a case of waiting for the right one to come up and also saving. So yeah, I thought it was a good thing to do. I paid just under £6,000 for this car. It was about 5,900, which was, I think it was a really good price to be fair. It's probably a bit more pricey than another Mazda 2 that you'd find with this sort of mileage in this year. But because I bought it from the Mazda garage, it obviously was going to be a bit more, but it's got 12 months warranty, which I think for the extra money, I think having 12 months warranty and having the car properly checked over was a good thing to do. Because before I even took the car, they'd replaced the brakes, so it's got new discs and pads on it. And obviously if I bought it from a private seller, that probably wouldn't have been the case. I would have had to replace them myself at some point. So these cars are actually, they're in the same class as a Fiesta. You know, they share the same chassis. A lot of the parts I think are the same as a Fiesta, but they do obviously have their differences. Now you might ask me, why would you get one of these over a Fiesta? You know, Fiestas are more common, everyone has them, and there are a few reasons why I could say that. Firstly, I'm not going to compare them to a Fiesta ST because the STs are in a different class to these. This is more comparing them to like your standard Fiesta, or maybe your, you know, the 1.6 Z-Tech S, or even the 1 litre. I'm going to compare it to them Fiestas. The first thing is you're not going to get the same reliability. This is, a lot of people think that, especially on 1.3s, that this is the Fiesta engine. It's not a Fiesta engine. I believe there are Fiesta components within the engine, but Mazda have made it their own because these engines are chain driven, not belt, which obviously the Fiestas are a cam belt. So the reliability definitely better, and compared to, you probably don't get as much kit as what you get in a Fiesta. Obviously Fiesta's got, I'm sure they've got Bluetooth and a few more different features that the Mazda 2 might not have. Yeah, the Mazda 2 probably might have a bit less kit than what a Fiesta has, but with something like Mazdas, especially on their sort of older models, they focus a lot more on the outside of the car in. So they focus more on how the car handles, the way it feels on the road. It seems like they focus a lot more on the way the car drives more than what's inside the car. And they're not as common as well. You know, it's not like Mazda 2s aren't common, but if you compare how many times you see a Mazda 2 compared to how many times you see a Fiesta, you see Fiestas a lot more. And another thing is, at car meets, if you go to a car meet you'd be lucky to see one Mazda 2 there. There's hardly any. I've seen, out of all the car meets I've been to, I've probably seen about 2 Mazda 2s. So if you are into like the car scene and you enjoy modifying cars and stuff, although there aren't as many parts for these cars, you know, they are extremely uncommon at car meets. Yeah, obviously it's going to sound somewhat biased because I own a Mazda 2, which, you know, I understand. But if I wanted a Fiesta, I would have got a Fiesta. But for me personally, it just didn't appeal to me when I could get something like this. Right, here we are. 60-mile-an-hour road. Here we go. I've got to be careful because it is a bit greasy, but the car's just handling it. Oh my god. This road's really good for testing the way that your car handles. It's got a lot of dips, some nice corners. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've ran my car on V-Power as well, so it's quite nice to sort of see the difference in V-Power and normal fuel. Brakes are really sharp as well. Brakes are very sharp. Right, this is quite a tight corner here, so be careful. Oh my god. See, that was 60 then, like nothing. That took no time at all to get to 60. It's just nice having this. Coming from a 1.3, you really do feel the difference in the pickup, and it is nice to have. Oh, pheasant's gonna die. No, it's not. Oh god. Jeez, I thought that pheasant was about to get squashed there. But yeah, so that is basically my new car. I'm very happy with it. You know, it's not a speed demon. You're not going to be reaching over 100 miles an hour in like a couple seconds. It's not what this car's for. You know, this car's made for economy, but also great handling. So, you know, fun and reliability. I don't think I'm going to really do too many mods to it. I am going to keep it fairly stock. I just don't fancy modifying it really. The other thing is as well, if I keep this car in good condition, it will hold its value. So, you know, in a year's time, once my warranty is up, I might sell it, change it for something else. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's going to conclude the video. There's pretty much everything I've needed to say about the car really. But hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. There's going to be more videos coming up. Like in my last video, as I mentioned, there's going to be a lot more track day videos and stuff this year, so very exciting. If you do want to feature on the channel, if you want to get your car reviewed, then you can message me on Instagram. It would be cool to get a variety of modified cars on the channel for review, so let me know if that's something you are interested in. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.